Cinder tired now to care where he went. But he couldn't stop himself and slithered into a ditch. Poured down. Help! Help! Cried was covered in coal dust from smoke. Oh! Wailed Percy. Help! Enough!
Some of their brakes snapped and the gear jammed in the sleeper.
And he lathered Duck's face all over to wash Duck's face. Oh! Oh! The van was in
His eyes. The house rocked. Broken glass tinkled. This time it was worse to come.
Boxes and bags. Oh! Groaned Percy.
Something thudded onto Percy's boiler. Too late. Bump! Straight into Percy. Hard that the loads... He banged the cars hard into the buffers, but the buffers weren't secure. Applied the brakes. The rails were now... Too late. The twins left the quarry just in time. Percy came off the rails.
They surged into Sir Ham. At last, a spring gave way. I feel all crooked, cried.
Deal of trouble. No use. Hurrah! Hurrah! Roared the cars.
Peter Sam shut his eyes. Oof, shouted his driver.
Trouble.
Cried the elephant. Water went all over Henry.
Oh! He boasted.
See, both he and the paint pot fell all over Henry. Duck. There'll be trouble. And there was.
Running aground, straight into the sheds.
Ah!
You're still attached to Cranky. But it was too late. Stupid lorry was reversing and fell straight into the sea, said the...
But it was too late. Oil splashed every control, and the fat controller landed in a muddy ditch. Bother, bother.
And the rain had weakened the slope. All of a sudden, the tree moved. The car wouldn't move until Gordon forced it. The line of freight cars too fast and too hard. Oh no! Help! Called Toby. Plunged into the ravine. Eight.
Where they were going. Stop! We're still
Engine lost control and plunged. Next, his driver suddenly a large driver, but it could.
derailed. Trucks plunged into the ravine. Too late. He went off the rails at Bulgy's Bridge.
Hey! I am unfinished! Ow! Itchy!
Oh, sorry, Fruits. Bit of a dust-up. Love to stay and clean up. Got to go. Bye now!
That's what I saw in my dream. It's coming true. My universe is starting to crumble.
Oh no, my beach bag!
The contract behind! Wheel,
James!
If I'm going to be any help at all.
How are you?
And drop the pipes onto the tracks instead of the trucks.
My net is too heavy, Whale! Oh, shivered!
See, out of sight. When one rock fell, then another, and another. Fog detonators!
But it was too late. Oh no, he cried. Trouble. Ned hadn't lowered his crane arm far enough. It knocked loose the important... The bridge started to crumble. Cinders and ashes, cried Thomas. Jack didn't let go.
Suddenly, his snutter tower.
Duck shouted, but it was too late. Help! Another building at the old mine sank into the ground. Scared, he lurched forward and rammed the freight car. Naughty gnomes, cried Percy.
Hey, James, what's happening? Crash! Bang! Wallop went the... Oh, help, Gordon cried as he slid off the tracks. And into a field.
And coal dust flew everywhere. Oh no! Coughed Percy. He took off blowing cinders and ashes everywhere. Percy. Yuck!
Ooh, said Bill. Bill huffed, and he wheeshed soot all over Mavis. Bill gasped. So loud and so long that windows broke all his hook. Thomas flew by James.
Suddenly, he felt a big bump. Suddenly, there was a deep rumbling sound. It's hard as the rocks began to fall. But Fergus was covered in rocks right up to his funnel. He dangled. Which crashed through a pipe. Squashed fruit flew everywhere. There was a loud crash. The brake van. That could have been a little smoother. Whoa! The troublesome trucks were delighted. Wait! The statue flew through the air and landed in the lake. Then, as Gordon steamed across the bridge, it came loose and wrapped around his firebox. The snowdrift. The old wooden bridge was, but the cracks in the supports were getting larger. A beam snapped. Timber pieces splashed into the water below. Oh, shouted Duncan.
It's dangerous.